guys and girls, it's Ken and Gina here from OKportugal, and welcome to another episode of Portugal Farm Life. Now behind us we have a gigantic pile of wood, and yeah, we need to get that out the way because we're going to have a whole bunch of different piles of wood arriving soon. That's going to be our winter supply.
Yeah.
To hopefully get us through. So let's get cracking. And there you have it. We have a big pile of wood. This is actually one of 4 piles of wood which are going to be arriving. Last winter we used about 4 or 5 piles of wood, I'm not sure exactly. We have to keep the fire going all day in winter, or most of the days, because you know, it gets really cold. But for now we're still enjoying some high temperatures of about 24 degrees. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to test some of this wood out. I'm going to chop some up and we're going to cook something. So this is normally where I do little braais and things. It's a tiny Weber, but today we're not doing a braai, we're going to be doing a stew. So I'm going to make myself a little fire pit and something that'll keep all of the coals in. So I have a little rule around here. It's like a personal rule, and basically whenever I make a fire I have to drink a beer. This is actually not a real beer, this is an alcohol-free beer, but it's still beer, and it's midweek, so alcohol-free. It actually doesn't taste too bad. If you had told me about this 2 years ago I would have laughed at you and said there's no chance I'm ever drinking that, but actually it tastes pretty good. We're just waiting for the fire to make some nice coals that we can cook with. But in the meantime, I wanted to take you down to our dam on the farm here and just show you exactly how low the water levels have dropped this summer.
This stick was what I put here last year, and that shows where the lowest point of the dam is. This dam is fed by a water aquifer, so underground water coming up, so it rises and drops different seasons. So in the summer, obviously when it hasn't rained at all, it hadn't rained for about 5 months I think, obviously the water drops in the dam, but when the water comes back, which is about now, we've had a couple of rainy days, the water starts to rise all the way, and this is the high point at the bottom of this plant. So we see this plant and the water comes to here. We measured it at its highest point in the winter, and right in the middle of the dam it was 6.5 metres deep. So I reckon now it's probably about 4.5 metres deep.
So I'm standing by our agricultural water tank, and we've got 2 wells on the property. So this one is for irrigating, although we've never actually used it for that purpose. And then we have another one all the way back down in that direction, which is our water supply for the house that we use for cooking and cleaning and bathing and stuff like that. Now, this one, the water source that this gets its water from is exactly the same source as our dam just over there. And so when the dam is low, this one's also low. So you can kind of use this one as a visual gauge to know exactly how low the dam is at any point. So if we look inside our well, this is where the water comes into the pump house, which is just behind us over here. And then you can start to see these stains where all of the water marks are. So this one over here, this little grey brick, you can see it's on a line of different coloration. That's the high water mark. And then at the very bottom here, where the water is currently, that is the low water mark. So you can see that it's dropped a good sort of 1.8 meters, 2 meters. And yeah, not too bad, considering that this well is 8 meters deep. And it's 8 meters deep from where that pipe comes in, because that's ground level. And then it goes down another 6 meters or so from there. So really, really deep. So perhaps one of you guys will have some advice for us. We've got this tree growing inside our well at the moment, and basically, as you can see, it's starting to break all the bricks. So we need to get this thing cut out. But the problem that we have is that this is a very big and deep well. I can't just put a ladder in here because I don't have an 8 meter long ladder. I also can't just tie a rope and put it over this wall, because this wall is not very strong. And if you were to put all of your body weight onto this wall, it would probably just collapse inwards. So perhaps we need to get some kind of a professional who has some kind of, I'm not sure, like can build a frame that goes over the well and then you can abseil down or something like that. But I'm not sure that it would be very safe to put any sort of sideways pressure onto this wall. Otherwise it would just fall in, land on top of you, and you would go down and end up in the water. So we are starting to make a stew. We're just waiting for the onions to brown. And in the meantime, I just wanted to tell you what this thing is. It's called a potjie, which in Afrikaans means a pot. The Dutch also have one, which they call a Dutch oven. And the Portuguese also have one, which kind of looks very similar, but it's got a much smaller opening, a much smaller lid. So I think you get these all over the world. Probably in every single different country they have a cast iron pot. It's really nice for making stews and stuff like that, because it does add flavor to the food.
We had smelly vision because that smells fantastic, but I think it's going to be a while yet.
So now that all the ingredients are in the stew, it's actually getting kind of late now, and we've still got one more job that we have to finish today. So we better get cracking. Gina and I are just going to go for a walk around the farm quickly and make sure that the fence is all good, because we had a little bit of a problem the other day where one of Joaquin's sheep was actually running around inside our main area of our farm. And fortunately our dogs didn't see it, because they would have chased after it. I don't think they would have done anything serious, but you know, obviously for a sheep to be chased is something really terrifying. You know, it thinks it's going to get killed. Potentially that sheep's going to drop all of its milk, or if it's pregnant it's going to miscarry. So yeah, so we have to figure out what's going on, because we've got a lot of fence, and obviously there's a breach somewhere. So our farm used to be a sheep farm, and because of that we got all of this sheep fencing. And it's a very basic system where you just get, like, you know, a pole that you hammer into the ground, and they put these little staples on to hold like the fence in place. And after a couple of years these poles start to lose their integrity, so we've just been going around and we're trying to find which one is potentially broken. You know, is there something on here that's, you know, not working anymore? So when we found the sheep, it was in this area, so I'm suspecting, here we go, look at this. So that is a broken pole. It's completely rotten. Yeah, there we go, I found it. And because of that, yeah, look at how twisted all of this is. A sheep was just able to like bully its way over, and just, yeah, that's exactly how it got in. Okay, so I need to just put another pole in here and staple it. Ta-da! Job done. Very, very simple fix. Unfortunately, the fence is still a bit bent over here, but it's taut, and I don't think the sheep's going to be able to jump over again. And this is actually the only one that we've found that's damaged so far. There's a couple more that do need replacing over the next, I don't know, maybe next year or so. But so far, so good. So it's getting quite chilly outside.
Yeah.
It's getting quite late and the stew is still bubbling away.
Yeah, the stew's taken a lot longer than we thought.
Yeah.
And in Portugal autumn, as soon as that sun disappears, it gets chilly, and that wind today is a bit nippy.
Yeah, it's been really, really windy. But I think today was about 24 or...
Oh yeah, when the sun's out, it's like t-shirt weather.
Yeah.
As soon as it disappears, I don't like the cold anyway. Can you tell by how many layers I've got on?
Yeah, Gina's got like some ridiculous clothing on. Me, I'm just wearing like a fleece or something.
Yeah.
Is this called a fleece?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'm wearing a fleece apparently. But yeah, we're just going to wait now for the potatoes to finish. And they should be finished soon.
Yeah, and we'll get them mashed up.
Yeah.
Get some munchies on the go.
Finally get something to eat.
Yay!
It's been hard work today.
It is.
Hard work. I'm just going to give you the final result. That is the stew. So it's basically beef, a whole bunch of different vegetables, there's tomatoes, all sorts of stuff. And it's made a very thick and tasty tomatoey stew.
Burning my fingers.
So it's finally time for us to eat, and
Not bad.
yeah, it's not bad at all. It took ages to cook this. We're absolutely starving, so this is the point where we're gonna love you and leave you. But thank you so much for watching, and if you've liked the video, then
Hit the like button.
yeah. If you don't like the video, then
Hit the like button.
hit the like button. Yeah. If you don't like the video, then make sure that you subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
No, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you same time next week.
Same place.
Same place, yeah. And yeah, see you soon.
Bye.
Ciao.